a thing that I mind when I see people around is the semiotic of wearing clothes with the name of another person on it. This is for me a very strange thing, but it is a very normal thing for people in the everyday life, because we use this partial ownership. We left a part of the ownership of our clothes or our things we use every day to express the beholding in such a group of people, who, for example, dress with Supreme clothes or with clothes of Lacoste or of other brands, because this can assert at a very low level a sense of beholding, of appartenance to such a group. Still, it's very strange that we have somewhat normalized this partial ownership of things more and more, and we have now a situation in which, for example, we do not possess a lot of things that we use every day. But first we have to talk about what is possessing, what is to own a thing. I think that buying a thing is not proof of possessing a thing. Proof of possessing a thing is to dispose of something, to utilize something as widely and as broadly as one can utilize a thing, and being the total object, and the object must be in the total and complete control of one possession. If I possess, for example, this brush, I can say that this brush is mine because I can do whatever I want with it. I can destroy it, I can utilize it for do everything, unless this obviously is something that goes outside my personal space and goes to offend in a psychological or physical way other people. So if this is mine, I can do whatever I want with this, and this is maybe a pretty obvious thing, that if I buy a hammer, if I don't use it for smash people's heads, it is okay to own a hammer and do whatever I want. I can hammer nails, or I can just swing it as I want. I don't have to explain to nobody what I want to do with it. Today it is not very obviously, this is not true, because we can't use things we think we own. For example, our mobile phones, the iPhones or Android are obviously not own in this sense, because I cannot use it as I want, and we are more and more constrained by laws and by also behaviors that are that became natural to not possess the thing anymore. You can do this, and this. Also, there are something in that don't hurt anyone, but we cannot do it because of the interest of the maker of the product. So obviously there is a solution to this thing. I have owned various cell phones in my time on this earth, and I utilized my first cell phone was an iPhone. I couldn't do very much with iPhone because iPhone is very closed system. You can utilize it for the very basic things. And I think in one way this is also good, because you don't waste time with the iPhone, you just use it for calling. Obviously it's very overpriced for the few things you can do. You can call, you can make videos, and that's it pretty much. You can go browse the internet, but you are not very free. So I switched to Android that are very cheap. I bought my phone that I use every day today, that is a Motorola phone G24, that is a phone that only costs like around 80 euros, so it's very cheap. 80 bucks if you want to convert it, it's roughly 80-90 bucks, so it's very very cheap. And what does it mean? It means that it's obviously not easy to unlock, because if you buy this phone, there are such things that for me don't make any sense. For example, if I want to connect it to a computer, it is obviously very hard, because you have to unlock if I want to unlock the bootloader, for example, I can't unlock bootloader. I cannot install whatever I want on this phone, because there are something in the operating system that do bother me, and that I cannot do anything about them. I cannot remove them. And if they, I don't know if they have done it, but they could easily left a backdoor the phone to do whatever they want. And for me this is absolutely madness, because if I own a thing, why you have to stop me doing everything I want? If I want it to run another operating system I wrote or I want to install, why you are imposing your dominance in this stupid manner? It's nonsense. This is only for the benefit of your own sake. And nowadays they can do this pretty much without any punishment, because no one is more interested. No one is interested more in protection, security, in owning the thing they own. They just think, this is the way it goes, so I have no alternative. So we have entered an era like when there was slavery, and no one thought that, yes, slavery is not perfect, but it is what it is. And we are entering an era in which this total dominion of these people that can control us with these devices, they have all the power, and we the only thing we can say is it is what it is, because they have the power. So what can you do? You will stop using a cell phone. For example, I cannot. I can stop use it. I can do everything is in my physical possibilities, but if I stop utilizing it, I will obviously lose something, because if I want to hear to music in the metro, for example, I find very stupid the idea that you can switch to, for example, Nokia dumb phones. These are not solution to the problem. These are just very stupid way of handling the problem, because if I utilize dumb phones, and I hate this minimalistic mambo jumbo, I use dumb phones, and what have you done now? You just can't utilize a browser very well. You can't do a lot of things that you can do on the Android, that is a Linux operating system. You have not a true computer in your pocket as you have if you have a normal cell phone, a smartphone. So dumb phone, I think they are very stupid. They are not a solution. They are not an alternative. They are something else. So the right thing to do, I would like that someone came up with the idea to build mobile phones that are free and that are like not centered to make someone that is already very and that is rich against any natural law more rich. richer, and this is something that I think everyone would like, but no one can, because it's a very expensive process, and it seems impossible. But I cannot do it. I don't know how to start. It is not my field. I study physics, so and not this kind of technology engineering. So what to do? This is the question. If I cannot possess my own things, what I can do? I think this is a very serious case that we have to face some days, and at one point we will regret that we have not moved until we could move, because we in Europe are moving but very slowly. We have done some things. For example, we have obliged the cell phone manufacturer to do things that Europe would like to do. They want that all the connectors are USB-C connectors, and they have forced it. And we should force also other things, but because also I think the European government wants to control people at some degree, it is very hard for us to hope that something serious will change in the operating system of these cell phones, and I think we will not see a rise in liberty and freedom in these devices, but we'll see what happens.